We will learn how to solve the isometric projection using the software. I have considered the combination of two solids here. We will consider a frustum of a cone which is having a hemisphere on the top surface of it. The cone is having base diameter of 80 mm and the top surface of the cone is having 50 mm diameter. Okay, on the top surface, that is the cone which is having a 50 mm diameter, on that the curved surface of a hemisphere of diameter 80 mm is resting coaxially. Okay, we need to draw the isometric projection of that one. So what we have to do is, in the software we don't have inclined grid sheet, reduced inclined grid sheet. However, we can through internet we can get the inclined grid sheets. But the university, what it says is, using the software it's very easy. What we have to do is, we need to construct it to the true dimension, true scale. That means height of the cone is 50 mm. Okay, the question is like this: a cone of base diameter 80 mm and top surface diameter 50 mm is resting on its base surface on HP, and it is having a hemisphere of diameter 80 mm on its top surface coaxially. Draw the isometric projection of the combination of the solids. So therefore, what you have to do is, you draw everything to the true scale now. As usual, you draw a 30-degree line which represents the isometric axis. Okay, x, y, z, all these things in theory classes we have learned enough. So you give 80 mm and height is 50 mm. So 80 mm, this is 80 mm, 80 mm, 80 mm, height is 50 mm. So lower surface, of course, this is a rhombus of 80 by 80, and upper surface it will be a rhombus of 50 by 50. That means 80 minus 50 by 2 is 15 mm. From here 15 mm radially inwards, 15 mm, 15 mm, 15 mm radially inwards we have to go to get this rhombus of dimension 50 mm. Okay, so therefore we need to draw an ellipse here and one ellipse here, and at the same time circle, as I told you, hemisphere, the half of the circle will be true dimension only. But however, the upper part of the circle here you are going to get the ellipse, for which you need to construct rhombus of 80 mm. Okay, I have done here. Now observe carefully, this portion is not going to get affected by the isometric reduction, whereas these two will get reduced into isometric scale, as we have discussed. Okay, sphere is the only thing which will not get affected as far as the reduction is concerned. So now, after drawing everything to the true scale, what I will do is, I will go to scale command, which is just hidden behind move, rotate, etc. I will go to scale command. Scale, it is showing 1, you know. So what I will do, I will surround this. First we will do only this, afterwards we will move on to the upper surface of the hemisphere a little later. Okay, so 0.816 is the ratio, we have already learned 0.816. If you just enter, it gets reduced. Okay, this is the isometric view of the isometric projection of the box you have constructed. Only after reducing it to isoscale, now you need to construct the ellipse. Now similarly we need to reduce this to isoscale. .816. So that also has been reduced. So now do not forget to show the minor axis. We are not following method of 4 centers. No problem. In manual drafting, we had done using the method of 4 centers. So whereas here, you can straight away draw by method of 8 points. Straight away perfect ellipse we can construct here. But perfect ellipse you can construct only after reducing it to isoscale. Okay, please remember, half of the sphere, that is hemisphere, spherical part, I have not done anything. I have retained 80 mm as it is, that is diameter 40, radius 40, diameter is 80. Okay, so now for this I need to construct an ellipse. You go to ellipse command, ellipse by center point, choose this. From the midpoint of the ellipse you will start moving. If you start moving, you will get the minor axis or major axis starts moving. So if you look into the ribbon bar here, so what you have to do is you have to type 40 mm. That is the minor axis. I will show you once again. Type 40 mm, that is major radius, major primary radius. 40, half of 80. Just now drag it till it is just tangential to the rhombus you have constructed in the base. Just click. Similarly, go to upper surface. Now you need to draw the ellipse of diameter 50 mm. So radius will be half of 50, 25 mm. So 25 mm I have clicked. Just drag it and see that it is tangential to the inner rhombus you have constructed. Okay. So after constructing these two ellipses, what you have to do is you must draw the tangent to these two ellipses. Ellipse 1 and ellipse 2. Similarly, from here you must draw one tangent. So see that two tangents are drawn carefully. Okay. So after drawing, any excess portion that is drawn can be removed by trimming off like this. Okay. So now this represents the truncated cone. So now observe carefully. Upon this, on this center, this is going to represent the top center. This is going to represent the top center. So here the lower portion of the hemisphere is going to come. Now I am going to take care the elliptical part of the hemisphere. So this has been already reduced. Now what I will do, I will again go to ellipse by center point and 80 mm, half of that one is 40 mm, I will type and I will just click like this. Now observe carefully, this portion, since the hemisphere is going to be rested on the topmost surface, this ellipse is going to be clearly visible. So therefore what I would do is, I will select this ellipse and straight away make it 0.4 mm. Okay. So afterwards I will use move command and I will superimpose this to this. So you must select the entire ellipse, center, and see that it merges with this center. Okay, so that represents, and of course, since only 30-degree line to be shown in the base you have already referenced, you can remove this portion. This is not required. It was for the purpose of construction of the ellipse. So you can just remove this portion. Okay. Now observe carefully this point. So from here to here, what is the distance? You just measure. Now this is going to represent the base point of the axis. Okay. So therefore this point must be superimposed onto this point. So I am going to move this one, the entire assembly. I will choose this so that I can select this, I can fix this onto this. So now